If you've been feeling a little bit stuck or a little bit flat or like you are lacking energy or just not feeling quite like yourself, I want you to know you are not alone in that. Over the years, both working as a nurse and through my work in well-being, I have noticed how often stress can really leave us feeling quite disconnected from ourselves. Not just feeling disconnected emotionally and mentally, but physically as well. So today we are going to explore some gentle flowing Qigong practices to encourage movement and ease and to give our bodies more space and to feel like we're in our own bodies again, if you know what I mean. Particularly, we're going to explore some gentle movements for our hips, our spine and our lower body. An opportunity to move, to breathe and perhaps reconnect with that sense of flow again. So let's begin. Starting with your feet roughly shoulder width apart, take a moment before we even start just to settle in and to check in with how you're feeling right now. Notice how you're feeling physically. You might like to close your eyes just to let you tune in. Tune into your body's signals and senses and notice how you're feeling physically. Notice how you're feeling emotionally. Notice what your mood is like. Notice how your energy is feeling. Notice where there might be tension somewhere in your body. You don't need to change anything. Just bringing awareness into how you're feeling right now is enough. Now let's begin with a gentle, soft breath in. And a soft sigh out. Breathing in. Soft sigh out. Now we're also going to allow the body to clear as well as the breath. So we're going to start with some very gentle shaking. Shaking our bodies nice and gentle, not too vigorous. So allowing the arms and legs to pump a little bit. Relax your neck, soften your jaw. Shaking is my number one Qigong movement because it is so quick at clearing away stress and tension, even stress and tension we weren't aware we were holding, and transforming that into energy and vitality and a feeling of release. Now we add the breath. Take another breath in, out with a sigh. You can have an audible sigh or a whispered sigh. Just do what feels good for you today. Gentle, shaking, clearing away, releasing. Just releasing anything that's stuck physically, emotionally. Then start to slow this down. Come to stillness. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Notice, you might even feel buzzing and tingling in your arms and your hands. Even a little kind of sense of release and lightness just from that little bit of shaking and breathing. So notice for a moment as you rest here. Wonderful. Now let's use a movement to do a little bit more clearing. This movement is lovely. It's called Tiger Clears the Way. Tiger clears the way. So bringing your hands above your head like tiger claws. And as your hands come down, hold your claws tight, 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 tight. Then as they come lower, release your hands. Bringing your hands up, tight claws. As they come down, begin to release and throw them away. So here we add the breath. Inhale. Blow away. Inhale. Blow. Notice there's a pumping action in your legs. Pumping action to really help the circulatory system, get the blood flowing through the body. And we're not going too fast. We're focusing on the clearing. So tight hands as they come up, tiger claws. Blow away, release. You can even use these tiger claws to grab onto whatever has been annoying you or weighing on you or causing you to feel not quite like yourself. You might be able to even identify it and grab it, blow it away. One more. Ooh, relax, relax. Take a couple of steps on the spot. Get the blood flowing through the legs a little bit more and through your little feet. Now we're going to come straight around to your kidneys, because when we're stressed or overwhelmed or we're just not feeling like ourselves and there's something stuck, it can impact our kidney energy in Qigong and Chinese medicine. So you want to give some love to the kidneys. Your kidneys are the batteries of your body, where a lot of your energy source comes from. So taking your hands round, give your kidneys a little rub. Get some lovely warmth and heat into those kidneys. Giving them some love and attention. Then we're going to tap down the back of your legs, over your feet, up the inside. And again, tap down the back, over your feet, up the inside. One more time. Let's get some energy flowing in the legs. And then tap around your hips. Give your hips some love and attention. Your hips love being tapped, bringing in that blood flow and oxygen and energy into the joint. Then relax. Now we're going to focus on our joints for a little while so that we can release any tension or tightness held in each of the joints. Sometimes when we're feeling stuck, we find that our joints ache a little bit or they feel tight. So starting off with your hands. So we're going to undulate the fingers and spiraling the fingers, starting with your baby finger. So we're not rolling, we are rolling the hands over each other, but allowing each finger in turn to move and stretch. Shoulders are nice and low. Then go the other way. Really nice way of releasing tension, releasing stiffness in your hands. If you have arthritic changes, always be very gentle. Then we'll go to your elbows. So taking your hands out the sides like a scarecrow and rotate the forearms nice and slow and gentle. And then go the other way, just 4 to 6 times in each direction. And then up to the shoulders. So with your hands in that little pincer grips, place your fingers on the corner of your shoulders, right in the top corners in front of your chest. Lift one elbow up, back and down. Other one up, back and down. Taking your time to lift the elbow up, to soften the shoulder. Breathe with this if you wish. So you might want to take a nice breath in and then out as the shoulder comes down. Breathing in as the elbow comes up, out as it comes down. Let's go forwards. Notice as you go forwards, there's a little stretch in the back of the body. Can you feel that across your ribs? There's this lovely little expanse in the space between your ribs and those little muscles. Releasing the shoulders, taking away tension, bringing in softness into the joint. Then the next joint we're going down to is our hips. So with our hands by our sides, soften your knees and begin to slowly rotate your hips. Now, I encourage you to just explore what distance apart your feet are. So perhaps your hips feel better with your feet slightly closer. Perhaps your hips feel better with your feet slightly wider. I kind of prefer mine just underneath my hips. If my feet are too wide, my body doesn't like that. So you'll know yourself what your body prefers. Little hip rotations, being aware how your hips feel, not overstretching these lovely hips. If anything creaks or cracks, that's okay, as long as it does not hurt. Taking your time to notice how your hips feel, then come back to center, go the other way. So we're not just mobilizing our hips here. This hip rotations has many benefits. So just by doing these little circles, we are helping to improve the flexibility of our spine. We're also releasing tension and tightness from the small of our back, where we often hold a lot in our back. That's where we often feel stuck, in the small of our back. And it's also helping our digestive system with these little rotations. Couple more. I always encourage people to rotate their hips every time you boil the kettle. So the more you can keep these hips fluid, the more the benefits you'll have in your spine, your digestive system, the small of your back. Coming back to center, placing your knees together and then putting your hands above your knees. Here, just caress the sides of your knees and then do little circles, staying nice and gentle. Your knees are a hinge joint. They don't really like going out sideways too much. But this is enough just to bring in some more blood supply and oxygen and energy into the joints. Then go the other way. Little circles, being aware, staying well within your comfort zone. So if anything feels tight or restrictive, always reduce the size of the movement. Then onto your little ankles. So hands out to the side to help you balance. And just your toe on the floor and start to rotate. If you want to challenge your balance a little bit, then bring your foot off the ground. You might want to hold a wall or a chair. Feel free to do that and then go the other way. Or you might prefer to keep your toe on the ground. Place that foot gently down, shift your weight, start rotating the other side and then begin to rotate the ankle. Those little feet have to support us all day. Then go the other way. Remember to breathe. We often don't breathe when we're doing rotations of our joints. Wonderful. So now take a moment and just settle. You've gone through all of the major joints, so take a moment to settle, even closing your eyes for a moment to notice what you feel in your body. And step your feet just a tiny bit wider. Tiny bit wider, and with your feet a tiny bit wider, allow your knees to soften just so you can rest for a breath or two. And then place your feet now closer together, hands come above your head like you are holding a tray. And I invite you to imagine you are holding a tray of teacups full of tea. And we don't want to spill our tea. So we are going to soften our knees and I'm going to do your mirror image. So tip your tray, your tray of teacups in your hands over to your right. Then turn the tray and point it to your belly. Then turn it back to your right, making a big figure of 8 back to over your head, coming round again. So like you are drawing a number 8. Allowing these little legs to move and your hips to move with the movement. Visualizing you are drawing a figure of 8. I'm keeping my tray facing upwards as much as I can so I don't spill my tea. Lovely spiraling movement for the hips, the back, the shoulders, the arms, the neck. The whole body is working here in a spiral. Your body recognizes spirals. Nature is working constantly in spirals. Clouds will move in spirals. Storms are in spirals. Seashells are in spirals. Many plants grow in spirals. Your DNA is a spiral. So your body recognizes it. Now pause here. We're going to go the other way. A little bit of brain gymnastics. So coming over to your left. Your hand comes around to face your abdomen. Hands go back to your left. Swing in front of your face, over your head. And again, a big figure of 8. So perhaps now you are reversing the figure of 8 as if you are writing it. Keeping that tray upmost. Allowing the spine to release anything that's stuck. The hips to release anything that's stuck. Good. Last one. Float your hands down. Step your feet back to that shoulder width position. And just relax here for a moment. And relaxing. Taking a big breath in. Breathe out with a long, audible sigh. Breathe in. This time breathe out with a long hum. Now let's do a beautiful flow movement together. So float your hands up in front of your chest and slowly float them down. Slowly float your hands up and relax your elbows. Float them down. Float them back up. And float them down. Really soft shoulders. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze and look down. So we'll synchronize your breathing with the movements. Slow breath in as the arms float up. Slow breath out as the arms float down. Slowly floating your hands up and down. When we start to slow down our movements with the breath, this switches on a powerful switch in your nervous system that takes you out of fight, flight, freeze, overwhelm, stress, and flips you into relaxation, rest and calm, allowing your heartbeat to slow down a little, your breath to soften, and the chatter in your mind to quieten just a little as you move slowly with flow. Allowing yourself to move at the pace of your own breath. Let your breath be your guide. Moving slowly with your breath, calming the noise, the chatter in your mind just a little. Calming the heartbeat, settling the blood pressure, calming your nervous system. Moving at a pace that is guided by your lovely breath. Your mind might wander away. That's okay. Gently bring it back to the movement with your breath. Next time your hands float down, let them rest at the sides of your body. When they've rested down, take a nice deep breath in and breathing out. Then turn your hands to face forwards. Start to float your hands slowly above your head. And as they come up, use your intention to gather in peace, calm, groundedness. Gather in peaceful energy. Gather that in and draw down from the universe, from the heavens above. Draw down whatever you need for the rest of your day. Let that wash over your mind and your body. When your hands come by your abdomen, place one hand on your abdomen, other hand on top. Step your feet closer together. Take a moment here to observe. Observe how you feel physically, emotionally, mentally. Take that moment to honor your lovely body and mind, to notice, how do I feel now? Take a nice deep breath in and breathing out. Well done. Thank you so much for taking this time to move your body with me today. Sometimes what we need isn't to push harder or to force ourselves. It's actually to make more space and to do things more slowly, to move at the pace of your own body. You know, if life has felt stuck for you lately, I hope this practice has helped to reconnect with that sense of ease and the possibility of having more ease in your life. I would love to hear how you felt about this practice, so please do comment below and give me a thumbs up if you like this so other people can find me. So until next time, take care of you today, lovely. Bye-bye.